Axis Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Axis Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Janelle, celebrity vocal coach right here, and I am a part of Give It Life.
And ratchet,
and real extra ratchet, raunchy.
That'll be everywhere, like. Who got coming up?
Other shops is upstairs, but we down here by our house, man.
This nigga got hit a walk off the set.
We leave that up to Rita.
With the top 5 punch of the block, run the field here, it feels good coming around. After they made it from down, we go to town to be stuck in a wheelchair. We all share visions of hope. I tell stories with dreams, we get the mixing like we're giving you dope. Now we in position, we do all access, extremities, ENT plan on our axis, politics, top 4, building community from the X, applying our pressure, promoting unity, loyalty, education, letting support, for you to pick up the feet first, the type of loyalty cannot be bought from a city with being real just cannot be taught. It's the man and he just might learn, but it's the you already know. Welcome to your return.
Oh, he made it right. My life being known for another night. He came to me unexpectedly. My life got in a fantasy since we got right through. Everything's been now one step since we got right all life's good, but I haven't died. But something was missing when you were around. Every time that I feel lost, I'm not too worried about whatever since we got right through. That's the reach and let's step back. Since we got out of every day is like a dream for me. Rise up and with the air. Each one brings us closer to heaven. down. Was the sweeter and all the love inside. We'll share the joy of a life with paradise. It's not real. It's not we got the you my baby boy, my soul of love. Separate that my food, we back to like the moon again. Separate that my food, my soul of love. Separate that my food, we back to shining like the stars above. Separate that my food, my soul of Cause we back to burn like the moon. Separate that my baby, filling up my soul with love. Goodbye, love the walk by you each day. We couldn't even know my nerves, feeling like a stranger. Feeling like a stranger. I was wondering what's driving me crazy. Baby, somehow, somewhere, I'll make you remember me. Make you remember. What do I lose if I don't take my shot? 80 seconds to step for the shot. So I gotta make you look my way. Cause baby, it's a lot of love that decide to give. I give it all to you. Gotta make you look my way. Then you'll see everything you want right here with me. Everything you want right here with me. If I can do walk upon you and tell you that you look so good, gonna make you smile, baby. Gonna make you smile, baby. I'll be the only one's making you laugh. And if I miss you, gonna hit you right through. Only if you're my baby. Only if I'm my baby. What do I lose if I don't take a shot? 80 seconds to stop for the shot. So I gotta make you look my way. Cause baby, it's a lot of love that decide to give. I give it all to you. Gotta make you look my way. Then you'll see everything you want right here with me. Everything you want right here with me. So won't you turn around? See that girl going you need to know. Baby, don't you lose what's in front of you. Gotta make you look my way. Cause baby, it's a lot of love in this side of love. I give it all to you. Gotta make you look my way. And you'll see everything you want right here with me. Everything you want right here with me.
That was Look My Way by Kevin Ross on X-Tremitiez ENT. Now we're about to get into Can't Stop Your Love by Nigel.
can't stop, I can't stop now. I can't stop love, can't stop now. I think about you out there, baby. I'm letting you go, love you, baby. I can never spend enough time with you. Anything you want, anytime, look at you. I've been anything to make you smile. You never only get a second with you, it's for you not love you like me. Tell me I'm sweet, you have to feed. If you wanna, can't let you be. I would love to keep you coming. I can't stop you. Can't stop the love, can't stop now. Can't stop, I can't stop, I can't stop now. I can't stop the love, baby. Can't stop the love, can't stop now. I can see the look in your eyes. Won't you tell me how you feel inside? Love, love is real and it's alive. Alright, you can get a love my mind. Let me listen to be shy. I feel like getting out of your mind. Let me up on my side. Nobody love me like you. Nobody inspires me the way you do. Baby, I can't let you lose. You're the one I wanna say my stop the love, can't stop now. Can't stop, I can't stop, I can't stop now. I can't stop the love, stop the love, can't stop now. Never stop now. I love you. You're my best friend. It never ends. It only begins. See, I love you. You understand. Deep in my heart, you can't go too far. Without you, I can't stop you. Can't stop the love, can't stop now. Can't stop, I can't stop, I can't stop now. I can't stop the love, can't stop the love, can't stop now. Never stop now.
Yes, you are listening to the X-Tremitiez Action Radio. That was Nigel. Can't Stop the Love. We're going to switch it up a little bit, get into a little gospel with Trinity Fire.
Shut up, come on. That's it, girl. Come on, let's bring it in. Come on. Shut up, and if you want, you will take it higher. Come on, get on my bedroom. Shut up, my love, just like fire. Shut up in my phone. And if you want, he can take you higher. So let's get on the mountain road. It's just like fire. Yeah, come on. Shut up in my arms. It's just like fire. Shut up in my arms. It's just like fire. Shut up in my arms. It's just like fire. Shut up in my arms. It's just like fire, fire. So I want to get up from here. Let them know that you really not sincere.
You better believe it. You want to set yourself up in here. So get up from here. Declarations and now to really nice and simple. Ready, come on. Get ready, you better believe it. Now set yourself up in here. Come on, just like fire. Jeremiah said, shut up in my mouth, just like fire. Where is it? Shut up in my mouth, it's just like fire. Shut up in my mouth, shut up in my mouth, it's just like fire. Shut up in my mouth, it's just like fire. Shut up in my mouth, it's just like fire. Shut up in my mouth, it's just like fire. I'm sincere. Shut up in my mouth, it's just like fire. Shut up in my mouth. You mean it's not fire? But it's water. Good God, I know. The bones that were dry. As life again. And let the water of God wash it. Change it. Make it. Save it. Y'all play it with me now. It may be like fire. It may be like water. But it's fine, it's time, it's
That was Trinity's One Sound on Extremities ENT podcast with Jose Rivera and Davon Franklin and Jamie Sanders. We're going to get into one more, Supergetti by Cole. Y'all stand by.
With the plans I have to execute, I think I need to do myself. I feel like judge me where I fool. Just for giving me the best move. The way you just take care of your body. Watch out for the picture. Nobody has to know. Nobody has to know. Cause your booty just a touch of me and I got scars spent on it for your bed with the way you call on beat my wallet. I woke up for you in a place. And as you try to impress me with your settings, Supergetti, don't expect the expected. I'm a sexy Supergetti, you love me to life in a gently. I'm trying to get in a hot setting, so I spend the cash with the ghost so that your wine is expected. Shame on me if I no go spend money. My feet I make you shake for G. I'm a pastor and shake back, yeah, no. Making me lose it, put it like sushi. Baby, fed your cookie in a jacuzzi. It's one bully, if I can't prove it. I see you looking like model, and I feel like chocolate. Isabella just to showcase my hotel. She got and as you try to impress me with your settings, Supergetti, don't expect the expecting. You're my sexy Supergetti, oh, you love me too, I feel it gently. I'm trying to get in a hot setting, so I spend the cash with the girls them, so that your wine is expected. I say, hey, do I love the way you go, bala. You make a man to my hand, I can't complain, cause I body too soft like Kamala. I shrink her body, give me diamond, I don't frustrate you. Small things, she does the Allah. Girl, you gon' make my ego stand out. We go if you give back up. And if you do your body dada, I promise to give you cara, man. And you go tire. Cause if you give me to the money, I go fire. I know they tire, you fascinating a lot. And if you no color, girl, you got you like a banana. Now you go somewhere. And you tried to impress me with your settings. Spaghetti, oh, don't expect it. Mama sexy, spaghetti, oh. Oh, kill me too, I feel it gently. I'm trying to get in a yacht setting, so I spray me cash for the girls, them, so that your wine is expected, oh. Darling.
Peanut, get the horns out. This about to be funky.
Sway, the funk don't have no chaperone. The funk don't have no curfew. The funk is just the funk, man. You better get involved.
We're about to get into Christian D. Get involved. On Extremities ENT.
Don't just stand there on the wall. Gotta get involved. Hey. You keep seeing this fine little thing that you really want to talk to. Heartbeat starts to race a little bit when they walk through. Don't just stand there, do something. What you waiting on, move something. Better hurry up and shoot your shot. You might not get another chance. You gotta get involved. Man, listen. Get involved. Don't just stand there on the wall. You gotta get involved. You better get involved. Say, how long you gonna sit there thinking about all the things that you wanna do? Scared to death to take the first step cause it might not come through. You gon' spend your whole life playing shoulda, woulda, coulda, and you never gonna answer the call. Better remind yourself you bad as hell. Now go ahead, get involved. You gotta get involved. Man, listen, you gotta get involved. Don't just stand there on the wall. You're better than that. You gotta get involved. You better get involved. Whatever that thing is.
Yes, indeed. We are back. The Extremities ENT Talk Show on our Access Radio. You already know DAVON Franklin, Big Al Williams, Jose Rivera, Jamie Sanders, and of course, Steve Cartier, the barber. Sir, right in the building. You already know we here about to go live worldwide. Let everybody see what it is to be at this barber shop. Let them know where we at, Steve.
We are at 147 Ward Street, Montgomery, New York, Pure Skills Barbershop. We're in the 845 Hudson Valley. Come check us out if you're in the area.
You already know. As you see, his right hand is in the back right here, lacing somebody up right quick.
My man, Buff Brian. It's the buffest guy in the 845.
That's what they call it. So what we do here is, we come here, get cleaned up, and speak some therapy, let out some negative vibes, and leave out of here with positive energy. That's all it's about. People don't even know barbers were the first therapists on earth. That's right. And for all you people out there that think about other type of therapies, you're right. Prostitutes were the first in doing that area as well. So, here with my boy, DAVON Franklin. He's about to go on right now and do his song, next pick of the week. Then we're going to come right back and speak about world events and then get into our interview with our featured guest of the evening, Cindy Sanabria, horror film. That's right. She directed, produced a lot of great things. DAVON.
Yo. Give me a second.
Okay.
No. I'm here. I got you. Yes. So for the one song that we're gonna do today, the one new track that we're gonna get shout out to Platinum Delivery on this record right here, it's going to be Will Love. It's gonna be D Lucas. Love Is Enough on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it locked. Cindy Any of you people that want some producers or directors, she got you.
Oh yeah, the song is also featuring Selena Albright. So yeah, that's gonna be that record right there. So we're gonna get into that in a second. This is Love Is Enough on the Extremities ENT podcast on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
Sometimes I had my doubts, but they were laced with fears. But then I opened my heart to you. Said there's one thing I'll never do. Never gonna walk away. We had tears, but we never gave up on love. Painful years, but we never gave up on us. I'm so glad that we never gave up on love. Love, 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 love is enough. Looking from the other side, I can see my wrongs. I wish that I could make them disappear with the touch of a magic wand. But you opened your heart to me, said that we'd forever be. We can never walk away. We had tears, but we never gave up on love. Painful years, but we never gave up on us. I'm so glad that we never gave up on love. Love, love, oh, love is enough. We never gave up on love. Painful years, but we never gave up. So glad that we never gave up on love. Love, 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 love is enough. But we never gave up on love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was D. Lucas featuring Selena Albright. Love is Enough. Sorry about the Hell and Extremities ENT podcast on iAccess Radio. And that will conclude the segment. What's going on with you, Jose? Hey, what's on, man? See you getting taped up real nice.
Already know the vibes.
What happened?
So I was just speaking with Steve, and he was telling me about something that's going over with the nuclear plant over on Eastchester. Have you been up to date on that, Davon?
Okay.
All right, Steve.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, so
what's going on, Steve?
What's happening is the state is looking to dump like the nuclear waste that they're trying to get rid of into the Hudson. And a lot of people have come together already and like petitioned against. Like they were planning to dump it this month, and being that all these people came together or whatever the case may be, they like basically they stopped the plans for the dump this month, but they're still planning to dump it in the Hudson, which clearly flows into a lot of waterways in the state of New York and stuff like that. So just something to be mindful about.
So when you're buying your bottled water, just be mindful that doing that in New York. How many other states have they done that already in? Aside from the train derailment that happened in Ohio, right? And I believe it was 2 of them. And the water destroyed from Ohio down to New Orleans, going down the Mississippi. They're saying that the water is now clean and the air is great. However, if you look at the numbers from last year to now, the environment has changed and more people are getting allergies and asthma. Emergency rooms are being filled more.
Right.
COVID is supposed to be down, but all of a sudden the emergency rooms are up with flu-like symptoms post-train derailment. I don't know.
Right.
Well, when your child comes out with a third eye or another nut, don't say nothing. You know? And, when it comes to legislation, you would think that the current office, administration in office, would address these issues immediately. Instead, they send the EPA out.
Yeah, this is the first time hearing about it.
Yeah, they conduct these statistical manner, right? They bring in all these guys that make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month just to test the water and the air and say it's okay. You can send your kids back to school. You don't have to isolate. Meanwhile, when the kids are going to school, they're already getting fevers, vomiting, diarrhea. And the president has yet to go to Pennsylvania or Ohio to even take a look at the derailment site. Instead, he sends his wife, who is an educator. And of course, the last time she went to somewhere like Texas and she compared Mexicans to tacos. Yeah, she really did. And it's all over the media. Just type in Biden. And she says, you guys represent tacos for me.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that, right? Imagine her going to the Bronx and saying, it would have hit her with
represent Goya beans for me.
They would have hit her with a machete right quick. But aside from that, Donald Trump is back on his campaign trail, and he made a joke against Sleepy Joe. So Sleepy Joe hosted a gala the other night.
Okay.
Where they had people come up and they roast the president and all. Well, he turned into Dark Joe. He threw on the shades. Dark Joe says, I may be old. You call me ancient, but I'm wise. And as you look at his face, you see the droopy look carrying on underneath his eyes, his cheekbones.
That shit was funny.
Not Joe Biden, because Joe Biden is not funny. The person that was up on the podium that night was a little too funny, comedic. I mean, they said he must have been taking his funny because he actually made sense. Donald Trump did a meme on him. And he says, you saw when he went up to the podium? And he says, okay, it's time to go. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? And he fell asleep on the way out. Donald Trump is good for TV. That's why people want him back, because he shows you that once you make it on WWE, you can become president of the United States. Look at Bad Bunny. His streams went up to the billions. Look at Jesse Ventura, became governor. Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor. All these people use the media and TV to get their stardom. So since Donald Trump is the king of television, they have put up polls, and they say despite even with the insurrection, he still may beat Joe Biden. I don't know about you, but right now, gas prices are. They haven't gone down.
Yeah.
And as you know, Brazil, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Africa have all developed their own currency. Is worth nothing. So the next thing you're gonna go to Canada and get a exclusive package for like, because once that goes, everybody has to pay more on this side of the aisle anyway. So school supplies, clothes, because we all know everything is made in China.
Right.
Know what's going on? Because after this summer, things are gonna hit the fan a lot more than what we thought. So, after that, we're gonna allow Steve the Barber to bring up something that's going around the world in his mind. What do you think?
Things are getting a little crazy out there. Gotta just roll with it. It doesn't, really affect you. Take the best of what you got, man. People gotta stop focusing on whose life is more out of what your life is. It's not everything. All the stuff that's happening in the world is just to distract you from what you're doing in your own daily life. You gotta, man.
So, Davon, the numbers came out of education this year. It's the worst in the last 30 years. Kids don't want to go to school. 60% hike in vape, cannabis, and the dropout rate is going up dramatically. All this because of the new chancellor who's trying to implement being more friendly with students and encouraging the students to call CPS on their parents, even if they speak to them in a strong, rude manner. So the next time you think about talking strong to your child, be careful, because they might have a teacher who's waiting to report you, as they are mandated reporters, and the state is taking the side of the Board of Ed versus the parents. Something sad, something true. So be careful. A school near you may be implemented.
But you know what? That started back when I was young, honestly. Once they started allowing like teachers to get involved in like parents just disciplining their kids, like it's, there's one thing. There's a difference. There's a big difference between child abuse and discipline. And a lot of people want to substitute those two things for each other. So like, whereas you're hard on your child and you're just disciplining them because they deserve it, or whatever the case may be, now you're abusing the child because you're talking rough to them, or you're talking down to them, or you're scolding them. It's not how it was back then, man. Back then, you could tell your child whatever it is that they needed to hear to get the point, and you know what I'm saying? It was no big problem. Now everybody wants to be in everybody's business. So, bad enough.
So what do you think about the LGBT, well, not even the LGBTQIA community, just drag are now going to schools and reading to children? What do you think about that?
I actually missed that part. I was kind of out in the matrix, so I had to tune into the phone app. But I think it has something to do with the kids and somebody reading something to them in school.
Yeah, the drag queens. Right now, there are about 4 states that are barring, Florida being one of them, barring drag coming into schools and reading books to kids.
Well, the thing is, it's two-sided. I mean, I don't see. I don't see. Well, yeah, I can understand what a parent. Well, But then at the same given time, why would you need to dress up and drag to come read books? Just come read books. Come read books to the kids. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you're coming for the kids, just come read books to the kids. You don't have to put on the, it's like a lot of it is looking more like, something that's kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. What it is, what I do know is that I'm against it. I'm against alienating anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a lot of understanding that need to be had. You know what I'm saying, when it comes down to whatever, but whatever the thing that everybody's going over about. I think it's time for everybody to have a sit down and understanding, and something. I don't know what the fuck. I can't be cool by y'all right now with everything that's going on. Like, truthfully, I think a lot of the things that they got going on towards the trans community is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't like, transgender and all that is something that's new. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something that I have to wrap my mind around to. Why is this such the big topic and the big issue of the millennium right now? That's the part that I'm trying to understand.
This person come into the school, you know what I'm saying, and they, that's lifestyle. Person drag, what they do as a getup, it's not the same thing. Like, you're literally a person who dresses in drag comes just to read a book. Like, that's kind of to me, and it seems like there's a different time, and it's confusing children. Like, you're confusing children who don't know about these things. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is as exposed to these things as some people want to believe.
Nor does everybody want to be exposed to those things. So yeah, I agree with that.
It's out there. It's in your face all the time. But there's a lot of parents, such as myself, and you know what I'm saying, my lady. Like, we make sure that we guard our children from certain information that is not privy to their age. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't need to know, they don't need to know. You don't really need to tell them. But if they have,
no, I definitely agree with there's a time and place for everything. You're definitely right. But see, the thing that my mind actually drifted to is the situation where they stopped the field trip for the kids to go see a gentleman because he was changing characters from male to female or whatever have you not. And I'm like, hasn't that always been done? So,
They stopped the field trip for what?
They stopped the field trip because the guy that was doing the performance art was going to be dressing in all the characters. He's going to play all the characters. So he's going to dress as a man, as a woman, whatever the role of the character was. And they stopped the field trip because the parents was complaining about that. And I'm like, would that be any different than a female playing multiple characters, male character and female characters? Because I've seen this before in school as a child. So, I'm kind of, back and forth with that, with that segment.
That's kind of stupid, because back in the days, it used to be all males playing all roles.
Yeah.
That's really how it was. Peter Pan, Wendy, all those old Shakespearean plays, most of those characters were played by men. There weren't really that many females that were playing those roles. So
right.
A person, when it comes to something like that, I think you got to kind of look on the exterior of it and just like focus on the fact, like, oh, this guy's putting on a play. He's a
yeah, exactly.
Crazy. I don't think it's something that people should have stopped the field trip.
Right.
Absolutely. So from that, we go right over to sports. Well,
okay.
Lost to the Lakers last night, and everybody was upset with Poole for taking a 3-point shot basically from half court. They tried to get Steph, but Steph passed it to Poole, and Poole just chucked it up, thinking that he was going to get a Hail Mary touchdown. Instead, what happened is the Lakers got the ball back and continued to block and score more. Steph was agonizing in pain. So we're going to see what happens in the next game, which, he are estimating that the Lakers are going to take out Golden State, where the rest of the league is thinking experience is going to take over and the titles back to San Fran.
Mm.
What do you think?
You broke up at that last segment.
What do you think about that? LA or San Fran?
I go with the experienced one right now, the back-to-back champions. But it's not saying that LA can't win the series. Oh, it's not saying that at all. But what I'm saying, I tend to go with the ones that's been tried, tested, and proven. You know what I'm saying, through multiple. You know what I'm saying, through multiple. So I'm gonna go with Golden State.
All right, and then we got your boys, New York Knicks.
Yes, sir.
They doing it. Knicks are coming out strong. One, Carmelo Anthony was on stands along with your boy Fat Joe.
Right.
Shout out to Pika. Everybody was there taking photos and pics. Dave Chappelle came out. My ass was everybody screaming, telling them.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're estimating that Vegas has the Knicks taking it all.
I'm being honest with you. Being a Knicks fan for over 35 years, I do not buy into that shit. I do not buy into that at all. I remember all throughout the 90s, every year was going to be our year to take it, and then we don't take it, then all the disappointment and the droopy faces and shit. No, they're developing. I'm happy with where we are right now. Should we get further? I'm ecstatic, but I have no expectations. I'm glad we won one. We should be 2. We should be 2-0. But you know what I'm saying. But this is a young team. I'm not gonna put that pressure on them. You know what I'm saying. Just go out there and do the best that y'all can. You know what I'm saying. And any of the results that exceed from here on, that's a bonus. Y'all making the playoffs was an upgrade enough because you sure as hell wasn't there last year. So but I'm not gonna buy into all that though. Set yourself up for disappointment. No, they didn't win. They wasn't supposed to. Now, if they do, but no expectations here with that.
So what about the Celtics?
Well, they're a little more seasoned. They're a little more seasoned, and they were there last year. You know what I'm saying? So a little more seasoned. You know what I'm saying? So I expect them to do some things. That's expectations because they were there already. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks, not so much.
They got something around, and hopes and prayers in Vegas has got the Knicks taking it all the way. So, we'll see when it comes back to the games. And shout out to the Philadelphia 76er who got MVP of the year, the boy.
Okay.
You already
okay.
know.
Joel Embiid. That's what's up. Congratulations, big dog. That's what's up.
I mean, he was unexpected, and when they told him the news, he damn near cried. And of course,
I can dig it.
Not a word for game family out there. The king of Philly, he was already praising, talking about he doesn't even care that the 76ers ain't really going anywhere, but he's proud that Joel is putting Philly on the map. On somehow.
That's cool.
Hey, bro, you got any team that you for in the playoffs?
For basketball?
Yeah.
I think it's close next play.
Yeah, just like you, Davon.
What's up?
Oh, baseball guy, who you going for? Huh? Oh, there you go. Yo, Davon loves the Mets too, because he always rocks that orange with that blue. He got some, so you got a partner here, you heard?
Uh-huh. Hey.
That's what's up. Yo, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
We got Cindy Santabria, who's going to be coming on, giving a great interview on horror films. And then
okay.
have Jamie Health as well. And we're going to have Brian also speak because he's a fit person himself. See him and Jamie go back and forth on food, muscles and body, the mental, the physical aspects. Guy here's tough, man. He's a barber, but his workout regimen is crazy.
Hey, looking forward to it. What's up?
Yeah, man. Last week he was telling us, he was working out with a power lifter, and the guy like crazy amount of food, and the he went through, and I was like, wow. I was just sitting there. I remember when I was powerlifting, I was like, yeah, they used to make me eat like a crate of eggs, bro, basically 2 days, and I'm like, yo, man, I can't do this. And after like several months, you start noticing, and
right.
It's actually interesting how you as a human being, you can shape your body and strength, but it all comes from the mental aspect of it as well. You got to be disciplined. So
we got a question on the chat. Yvonne Perez, I'm confused. Aren't caseworkers already overwhelmed with the current amount of children in the system? They'll be swamped with these new reports when children frivolously report their parents for enforcing rules at home.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I'll answer that. That's 100% right.
For sure. Shout out Yvonne Perez for that. For that. Oh yeah, that's correct.
It's not going to do anything good for the parents. It's just going to take the kids from the parents because, if you're sitting here and you're going excited with the.
What's up, gatekeeper? Peace, everyone. Miriam Sanchez, Yankees. Yeah, I agree. That's what.
Peace
Good
out.
evening.
You already know we got these events coming up this Friday. We're on the Hudson, Davon. I, along with the fams, Sandy, Mako, Monero Black, the last new explosion of new artists from Central and South America coming out strong. They're gonna put it on a display on the boat ride. We're gonna be on Pier 39 this Friday. And then we got plenty more events coming up with the dance parade on the 20th in Tompkins Square down 6th Avenue. Mayor Rick Adams has now been added to the main stage. Of course, X-Tremitiez ENT is going to be there hosting that. So we're going to interview Mayor Adams so we can put that up on the following Wednesday on screen. So they've all prepared for that. We're going to run into your boy, make things happen. Maybe even have him on the show.
Yes, sir.
And then after that, we got the Fish Parade in June. And we got the Puerto Rican Day Parade that we're going to be on the float as well. We was just told that we're going to have 5 Instagram influencers as well that are coming in from the Caribbean to be on the float with us. And,
okay.
Yeah, so they don't want to tell me they don't want to give out the yes. They said saying it's kind of like a prize for us as well because we're going to get the exclusive. They don't be surprised if you have somebody standing right next to you with a TV camera from Univision. I was like, listen, I'm in the state of Missouri. Show me. Don't tell me. So that's why they don't want to tell me, and they'll just let us know a couple of days before the event. Aside from that, we got some stuff coming up with some real interesting people that are going to show soon, some African community that are going to be asking for funding for community events because the government now is taking the money away from education, putting it more towards the prison and the
right.
So that's a part of a plan that we're going to talk to Eric Adams about. What is this new
right.
plan? Funding the NYPD more and taking money away from the Board of Education. How you want everybody to work harder, taking the money away from them. So we're going to take a short commercial break. We're going to come back and talk more shop and then do the interview with Cindy Sanabria, horror films, tour guide extraordinaire. She's a director, producer, and she's got a bunch of films out there to speak to us about. She's on some resident type of stuff. You'll see.
Okay.
Only on the Extremities ENT talk show on our Access Radio, Apple TV, Fire Stick, Roku. That's right. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Mixcloud, anything that you could have the capability with cell phones, laptop, computers, television. Yeah, you never there. There's no limit to what we do. You already know.
Yes, sir.
Hasta la verga, güey. Lupillo, Snoop Dogg, Be Real, Santa Fe.
Sigue subiendo la venta, la gente nunca es lo que aparenta. La Virgen me cuida, la calle me respeta. Moviendo efectivo, disparo como escopeta. Neta, somos los dueños de la banqueta. Fumado, activado para cualquier situación. De lado a lado, muévelo, hip hop, revolución. Batealo, quémalo y pásalo. Si andas con mi clica, la que rifa, puro vándalo. Flow bandolero, moviendo dinero. Soy el pelotero, el cholo sonidero. Tequila, hierba y ron, tengo tino y también a mi bandón. Bien piratas y manchados para tumbarte el cantón.
Soy callejero, el pelotero, el mero mero. Ganando lana, la marihuana me paga, pero esto es mi juego, vida de los bandoleros. Lo que tengo te chinga, es de otra liga. ¿Quieres cuántas libras para sentir las vibras? Estás volando con mis hijas todos los días. Dedo verde es a legend, comprende mi gente. I'm worldwide and you're invited along for the ride. I'm running game like a boss player. I don't give a fuck about a naysayer, say a prayer. I'm the shot caller, a baller, a street scholar. Checking dollars and popping collars, the game is ours.
Mira, bolas en el parque. Yo también soy pelotero. Mira la letra de arranque. Yo también soy pelotero. Pero soy de la otra clase. Y cada conro que pego es cada kilo que vendo. Va a llegar a grandes ligas. Va a llegar a grandes ligas. Vengan conmigo primero.
Alemán, aquí yo controlo. Me piden polvo de Paula Polo. Me apodan Manolo. Crecí entre amas, drogas y cholo. Saludos para Choco. Bateando chuki libreta de coco. Salieron las pagas, llegaron los kilos y una tras otra coloco.
No pueden parar este jorro. Este pelotero conecta una 9 bajada en el pantalón. Mi gente solo cae y respeta.
Sí, mi suerte no fue caracoles. Fue ponerle huevos cuando había puros frijoles. Ahora traigo brócoli del fino pa' que enroles. Y no solo bateamos, también metemos goles.
Headed to the party, bank account gigante. In an old school classic, Carlo Monte. Find me a spot where bad bitches shake their body. I like that dark mocha and caramel latte. I'm hitting home runs, big poppin', money long, big guappin'. Started my own enterprise, headed to the top end. You in the presence of a boss and can't nobody stop me. Big knot, big bank, big yacht, big rank. Toast to success and toast to the boogie. Bad bitches, bright lights, and a pound of goodie.
Pelotero, señores. Mira, bolas en el parque. Yo también soy pelotero. Mira la letra de arranque. Ya les expliqué, señores, lo que es un gran pelotero. Y cada conro que pego es cada kilo que vendo. Va a llegar a grandes ligas. Vengan conmigo primero. Va a llegar a grandes ligas. Vengan conmigo primero.
Vida loca, un hospital oscuro. El cementerio llora. La muerte es lo único seguro. Vida loca, mi vida loca. La cárcel fría y peligrosa. Vida corta, mi vida chola. La calle es mía, bien caliente la cosa.
Salió todo bien, pero...
Pabila nada más, mami tú me quieres pabila nada más.
pasando.
No pasa
Yo
nada.
no sé qué va a pasar.
Nada va a pasar.
Los biles se están aumentando y yo los tengo que pagar.
Eso es problema
Te me apareces con el pelo largo y la carita estirada. Hasta tus senos se están aumentando.
Ay, papá.
Y yo no he visto por detrás.
Tú te lo pierdes.
Tú solo dices,
Papi,
el pelo,
papi,
el tocador,
papi.
la gasolina.
Ay, papi,
Dale, mi amor,
papi,
las uñas largas.
papi,
Vamos pa'l mall,
papi.
pa' la bendita.
Ay, papi.
La Luis y
Papi,
y yo no sé qué hacer. Yo no sé dónde meterme ya. Si tú me quieres para viles, ay mami, a mí no me interesa, porque te voy a dar pa' viles, mamá, pa' viles, pero con cabeza y con destreza.
Oye, Ale, tú pensaste que cuando me invitaste a esta canción te iba a salir de gratis. Tú estás loco.
Es que tú quieres que se lo come el humano, no quieres dejarle nada a los gusanos, mamá. A mí no me quieres pa' mandar, más nada. Ay, cosita linda, yo te quiero mucho, pero el bolsillo no da para más. No da para más. Dime lo que dice alma. Dame, 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 mambo.
¿Qué pasa, loco? Ahora viene Janet. No te imaginas, papi, cuál es el proceso. Es que tú quieres comerte todo esto. Este cuerpecito que me dieron mis padres no es para eso. Te lo confieso. Yo te voy a explicar muy bien qué es lo que pasa. Tú quieres que yo te dé todo esto gratis. Párate en la puerta y espera que yo saque la basura de mi casa.
Pa' vile. El doctor me dijo no la mande pa' acá, que no aguanta una cirugía más. Desde Cuba hasta Puerto Rico, todas son igual, pidiendo y pidiendo más. Oye, malo rosado, y no me hables de Miami. Cuando se enteran que tienes plata, lo que te cae es un tsunami. Coge.
Ay, papi.
I can see it now. Big Benz moving through the crowd like it's traffic. A nigga step on these, they gon' get their ass kicked. I'm blasted, Bill Blast spit acid, dinosaur shit, Jurassic. Whether cash or the plastic, stash or the mattress, 7 of us, holy bastard. These streets I mastered, have my name blasted all over city streets. Cause of my rap shit, I'm a Mac bitch. I can hug you, love you, thug you, rock with you, pop with you. Soon as you start that trash shit, I might disappear on you, but reappear like it's magic. I ain't your average. If I want something, I can have it. I play it low key, I'm so lavish. I see the paper in the air, I just grab it. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Yeah. Love me unconditionally. That shit ain't about nothing. We just out stunting. I'm on the route hunting. Just having fun, bugging, blunted. People calling, we coming. I hit you back, another incoming. I've been buzzing. You look stunning. Play the dozens with my buzzins. No boo hugging, crew thugging. Who you loving? Who you wanna be hugging? Car stopping, bar hopping, been popping. poppin', you love it, love to see us. Others wanna be us. Used to only see my nigga on the re-up. 60-40, we up, get my G's up, big up my B's up, C's up, to fight and unite. Freeze us, I'm God's son like Jesus. Prestigious, Bill Blast, US2G, us together, US2G, we us, come on. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally.
Listen, girl, every time I think I have a Love Jones, there's always something wrong. Shucks, dog.
That's real. I appreciate it, King. Thank you.
That was hard. Niggas say you gonna make it, man.
That's it. That's right. Welcome back to the Extremities ENT Talk Show with DAVON Franklin,
Jose Rivera.
Steve Cartier, the barber. Hey, yo, you know what? I think we got like 5 minutes before our interview, and you know, we'll let Jamie do his own segment, but we're gonna talk to Brian right quick, talk about some stuff that he does. Come right over here so we can let the world know what is it that you do aside from barbering. This guy, when he comes up to the camera, you're gonna see he's got a nice physique. I got a big ass.
Turn off from Brian.
So, what is it that made you get into weightlifting in the first place?
Friends is like 15, 16-year-old that
right.
Can't hear him in the mic.
Yeah.
I started lifting as a kid, and I wrestled lifting, so we would eat, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then, like, real results as you first start, like as a so like when I went to college, you know, the dining, just eating, lifting like 9 times a week. I had wrestling practice like twice a day. I was like trying to grow, and I stopped weight. And we're like, hey, like, are you eating? I'm like, me? Like, I never thought I'd be. I'm still. People say that, I'm like, but I just thought I'd be good at it. It's been really, so like, it's.
Right.
Management. Remember, like your yearly fee for the federation, like NPC, $150 a year.
Right.
Each show, each 30.
Right.
And then for box, like your stage show, 80. You know, like, oh man, I gotta get my meal.
All right. So there you go. You gotta eat healthy, be right, and sleep well. Have like 3 gym memberships.
Okay.
And you said that's cap. But basically, you know, eat well, sleep a lot, and think of a healthy future, because if not, then you're just gonna be one of those that's on the couch all day, right?
Yeah.
Don't do steroids.
Steroids, guys.
Don't do steroids.
Right.
Hey, I remember you was telling me as well that you used to do like X amount of push-ups and working out yourself, because you're pretty healthy yourself. So what was your regimen like?
like 5 years back when I was actually hard. I'd wake up in the morning, I wouldn't eat anything, wouldn't have coffee. I hit cardio for about 20 minutes just to get myself start off. I used to do about 200-300 push-ups a day, just to throughout the day. I would take my time, whatever the case may be. And I was just eat. Honestly, I never had like a eating record. I've never like really disciplined. Brian's disciplined. He does this. Religion. Me, I ate whatever I want. I don't care about eating healthy.
I'm trying to become my IFBB Pro in July, so like that's like top tier. That's like can't.
IFBB Pro. Check.
Well, you guys are gonna see him.
You're gonna see him in the future right here. You see him here first.
Okay. Okay.
I would have played cost money, so.
All right. So we're gonna come back in about 2 minutes with Cindy Sanabria, and talking about the horror tour guide and the film she got coming up. And I'm gonna ask Al to go to a short commercial break, then come back with the video leading into her segment, only on the X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show with DAVON Franklin,
Jose Rivera,
Steve Cartier with Brian. Yes, sir.
It's your girl Musa, and gotta learn. And that L, sing you up to a beat, blessing. Remember when I was frontin', like I was on something. I always had to be right when I really didn't know nothing. I always steady running, I always steady coming, running from the truth. What's the use? It's really been on my mind, you really been on my mind. I told myself 1,000 times the detriment is only mine. I ain't gon' point one finger when there's 3 pointing back at you. What I ain't gon' buy you. Say baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, past that test, past that test, past that test. Say baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, past that test, past that test, past that test. When you go, man, you gotta stop fighting resistance. It's not in your concern how the blessings being given. Wake up, wake up, wake up, look at your decisions. Turn on your lights, now do your shadow work. So baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, past that test, past that test, past that test. Say baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, past that test, past that test, past that test. Baby, don't you know, stop listening to so-and-so. Adding on advice to you and that advice ain't factual. Follow your heart, let you determine your being by simply being a creator and invest in your dreams. And say less, don't ever try to impress. When you a hoe, impress. You gotta understand your love and happiness resides inside of you. So what you wanna do? You wanna swing around and close the door or walk straight through? Say baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, past that test, past that test, past that test. Say baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door, past that test, past that test, past that test.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ENT Talk Show. Our action with DAVON Franklin
Jose Rivera.
and Steve Cartier, the barber.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You already know we're here. About to do the interview with our friend once she logs on, Cindy Santabria. You already know she's going to be talking about horror tour guide, films that she got going out, and it's women in film that are being acknowledged because women are now taking the forefront of directing and producing. And,
Right.
This is something that she's been working on for a long time. When I speak long time, she started out as just makeup for horror films and all. And, she says her influences were stuff like Day of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, stuff like that. If you ever remember that was like great horror films in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to be bringing that stuff to the forefront. And, speaking about things, working on projects and all. So, you got any favorites you from back in the day you used to enjoy?
Oh, man. Night of the Living Dead, definitely one of them. Pet Cemetery. Pet Cemetery was probably one of the more scary ones when I was younger. I think
What up, Wiz?
that whole thing was a little bit.
The little boy?
It was a bit much when I was a kid. They don't make scary movies like that no more. It's like
comedy.
Yeah, man. A lot of this stuff is funny.
Yes. And to speak more to that, we're going to show a short clip and then bring the great director, producer, Cindy on herself. Big Al, if you please, set the scene. What do you want to That's right. DAVON Franklin.
Jose Rivera. Steve Cartier.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right now. We'll get this rolling right quick when we get the clip, the trailer, and Cindy on. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we got some pics, photos as well. So, Big Al, start on that. Let's go.
And I had absolutely no problem with the fact that, the Phantom of the Opera and Freddy Krueger were the first things I saw that looked like me.
My name is Richard Bergen. I am a writer and director, and I have high-functioning autism.
Funny story. When I was 4, my parents always let me watch my grandparents always let me watch horror films, which my mom wasn't necessarily happy about.
If someone is disabled with just a physical disability, living in a state of constant pain, daily pain, chronic pain, really plays havoc on your psyche.
And then I was born in 1948, premature by a couple of months.
And the AD got word that I was not with one hand, and told the person who hired me that they were going to have to let me go because she didn't think that I could carry a box.
The form or the ability to create whatever there is they're supposed to be creating, I would hire them right away.
Go out and write something. If you like to film, go out and film something. I think that I haven't let my disability stop me from creating.
How is death gain in animation? How living a visually dominant life makes you a better animator and gives you a leg up as an artist.
Like on Son of the Sorcerer, the first moment is when you walk out onto the set, and it's seeing all those people there that are trying to realize what was in your head for so long, and now they're trying to build it in reality.
You have the passion, you have the drive. Don't let your disability stop you from doing it.
What message do you have to people that are either bullies or people that look to disabled people like they're inferior? Is there a message you have to those people?
Burn in hell. I'm a horror writer.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. That was cool. That was cool.
Ladies and please welcome director, producer, horror film tour guide herself, Cindy Santa Maria.
Hey guys, thank you for having me.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's in post right now. The film should be released by the end of the year. I have a Horror Able Women, which is a short version of that, about 6 females in the horror industry with disabilities. And actually, I just put it as a perk on my campaign. So they can get a DVD or the digital download like 2 months before I release it online. Yeah. So grab that, guys. I need help.
Before we get any more deeper, I'd like to say, first and foremost, we haven't seen over a decade, but the first time we met each other, and you're a person that's of good love, personality, character, and your special spirit on the earth. And when you bring your talents, no one would even expect by looking at you that you would even have an interest in horror film the way you do. But when your passion speaks, and just let the world know who you are, where you're from, and what inspired you to get to do this that you love so much.
Okay. Well, my name is Cindy Sanabria. I'm a Puerto Rican filmmaker, originally from East Harlem, New York, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I got into this well, I studied it in school. I went to school for I got a bachelor's in film and an associate's degree in video arts technology. And I met Jose because I filmed a few events for him.
Okay.
And that's how we clicked.
Right.
Yeah, and but yeah, filming, writing, that's something that I've always had a passion for. And there's a lack of us out in there, out in the industry. The horror industry doesn't represent us enough. You got white people telling our stories. It doesn't go down the same way. You guys know that. So, you know, and the problem with this industry is that not only do they discriminate against people of color, but women of color in this industry is less than 1% in the horror industry, less than 1%. So, and I'm one of those people, trust me, I've been trying at this for like 10 years already. I do special effects makeup. I'm a writer, director. I run and own my own, I'm a horror host. So I run and own 2 websites. One is Women of Color in Horror, which is, I mean, I made it because I am a woman of color in horror, and it's to celebrate women like me that don't really receive accolades, and they do so much in this industry and nobody knows who they are. So I'm there to kind of like big up the girls, the ladies, and educate people too about, you know, what's going on statistically, you know, when it comes to women. And yeah, and I also own the Horror Tour Guide, which is that's where people know me a lot from, also known as Floriston, your She-Wolf Empress of Gore. and yeah, so that's kind of how I got into it, and I just wanted to create original content, and I like writing, I like seeing my characters come to life, and I like making films, and I like challenging myself as a filmmaker. So you see, that was a documentary. I'm working on a revenge slasher holiday horror film because there aren't much good holiday horror films, and this one has a Black lead, which, as you guys know, in horror we don't really have Black horror icons aside from maybe Candyman, right?
Yeah.
So, and this is a hood horror.
Yeah. So what are some of the films that you actually seen coming up that actually inspired you to want to do horror films? Because like you said, that is very rare.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big Guillermo del Toro fan. I like supporting my people of color, my men of color, really, because there ain't that many females in the industry. But there are a few, like Toni Morrison. She had her books converted to like Beloved, and we have some other like females in horror, like slowly getting up there. So I would say Pan's Labyrinth was a film that really inspired me because I like fantasy horror and sci-fi horror. I like Bram Stoker's Dracula. I like Dead Alive, Killer Clowns in Space. My shit is gory. I like because I like so yeah.
So I have to ask this because
okay.
What did you think of the last two Halloween Kills?
I wasn't a fan.
Oh
no, I wasn't a fan. I'm more of like I like the originals a lot. So like I'm a big fan of like the original Pet Sematary. I think somebody mentioned that, right? Was it you that mentioned that your favorite movie? Yeah. So I like the original better than the remake, right? And I just feel like the problem that we have in this industry is that they keep remaking. They keep, it's like leave well enough alone.
Yes.
If you have a good film, why are you redoing it? Like Exorcist, they're about to redo it, right? And it's like, yeah, it's like, and they're pretty much remaking everything. And it's just like, damn, there's so many people out there with talents and original stories and stories culturally too that represent us that it's not even in the picture, but they rather just remake a horror icon that's over and over. And it's to the point that the last Halloween, you saw how quick, I mean, not to spoil it for you guys, but you saw how quick he died. I mean, this guy is supposed to be undefeated, right? And they killed him in like less than 5 minutes. So yeah, like, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it.
I only really mess with the first one, the first Halloween film. So
no, I like
that's the classic. That's the classic.
Yep.
That they're remaking, and like you said, everything looks like really whack. What about like I said, Freddy Krueger, the original, with Robert versus the
yeah
that played Rorschach in Watch.
Right.
Yes.
And everything is different. Like now you can tell it's fake. I used to run to the bathroom and hide in the bathtub.
But you know what it was? Back in the days,
it was practical effects.
Because they didn't have CGI provided for them to be use CGI.
Right.
Actual props to make them standing, walking in the arms are stretching out. Like they actually had to make that look happening.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot creepier back then.
Do you find this challenging with special effects, or what do you
I heard a little bit of your question.
So you heard what Steve was saying about the arm.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you find yourself special effects, or how do you go about those things?
I think technology has come a long way, where there was an era where CGI was like really cheesy. I think when it comes to films, I think the best execution of it is to combine the two. So to have your practical effects, but then also have overlays of CGI. So like, I'm not like opposed to like CGI with certain things. Like, I'm gonna take you guys to a movie that I don't even know if you are even familiar with, but it's an Indian film, like from Bollywood, and it won. I think it was nominated for an Academy Award. But this film is called RRR. It's on Netflix, and it's like a 3-hour film. But it's so. Can we curse?
Yeah.
Right. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was. It's so fucking good. Like the effects and everything is CGI. Everything is animated, like computer generated. So like they have like fight scenes with animals, and those things look so fucking realistic. So I think with things like that, where you're not harming animals or anything like that, and you get that reality, because the way these people like busted their ass with that effects, and it's really good and it shows. So I think like it all depends on the film, but I think like if you combine the two, because I'm a big fan of like practical effects too. I still make like prosthetics, and you know, I still make like blood from scratch and stuff, which I'm gonna be doing in this film too. So I'm excited. You know, I like that shit. So yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cindy, is there anybody you like to work with?
Yes. I would like to work with well, my horror icon. So I like Robert Rodriguez, and work with some fellow Latinos, Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele's been hot.
Yeah. Oh, I have a movie for him. Stay tuned. I have a movie for him. If he didn't get back to me in 2 years, I'm making this shit without him.
Let's go.
No doubt. Let's do it. But yeah. But I would have to say that yeah, Robert Rodriguez and Guillermo del Toro, because they're two people that really inspired me. They're two people that had to deal with like the Hollywood bullshit, the racism and everything like that. So they could relate in a sense, even though I mean, we're all Latinos, right? They're Mexican, I'm Puerto Rican, but like they're, you know, they're both super talented, and they're like multi-talented, but it just shows you that look at all the things that they have to do. Even Jordan Peele, right? Like he had to have tenure as an actor before he could even be appreciated as a director, you know?
Right.
Like I think that if he tried to come into the industry as a director, it wouldn't have worked for him. I think that he built that over time, and then he gained that respect, and then he you know, show and prove, right? But
right,
a lot of like white directors in the industry, they're just directors or they're just writers, and they're very successful and well known. They don't have to like Robert Rodriguez has to write his stuff, film his stuff, direct his stuff, and edit his stuff. Guillermo del Toro started off as a special effects makeup artist, you know, and he had to build respect like that. And there was times that Hollywood would like shit on him, and he would have to go back to Mexico to make his own films. And you know, so it's like they don't, it's like for us, we have to go above and beyond to show and prove. Whereas, you know, Mr. Green over here just wrote a script, and you know, Blumhouse just loves him and he's about to put him on, like, you know. So yeah, I don't think that there's that much equality in the industry, unfortunately.
Cindy?
Yeah.
Blumhouse, they make a lot of horror.
He does, but he exploits a lot of it too.
Yeah.
And like personally, there was a long time he wouldn't even work with women because he didn't feel like we had what it took. And it took like a big outrage of like women to like lash at him for him to like kind of rush and get women to like direct films. And so after like, I guess that wave passed, like we're back to the new white boys coming out of college, getting their films made and stuff like this, you know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, between people of color and white, right, is that you always direct and you're white chick fall. Let it be a person. They ain't falling. If they're getting up and they
we're running our asses out of there. What? I'll be taking off my chancleta and flinging that shit before I break up. Word up.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a different kind of, yeah. That's why I think like this movie that I'm working on right now, that I'm really excited. I'm very honored to have like Eugene Clark is the lead from Land of the Dead, from George Romero's Land of the Dead. And he's such a super talented guy, you know what I mean? Like he played Mufasa's voice in The Lion King on Broadway. And he's done like hell of a lot of films. Like if you look at his IMDb. So I'm really honored. And he's doing me a favor by doing this because, you know, we're working on a real low budget. And not only him, but Apache Ramos from the Warriors is also going to be a part of the film.
Hi.
But nigga, you better donate. It's like I got 5 more days. Yeah, so and Apache, if you know him personally, Apache is so hilarious. Like he personally has a really good sense of humor. So I'm combining that and like writing the script. It's been like so like it's definitely something that people could relate to from the hoods. You know what I mean? Certain situations, like, I mean, if you've been to prison and came out and you're trying to start a new life, you know, and then you go back to an area where you got arrested, right? Like, so it's like, how do you keep yourself from all that drama, right? So it's this situation, you know, that he's faced when he's trying to be a better man, and then something happens to him where he gets tested, and then it all comes back, and now he's coming back with a vengeance, you know. But we don't like Harlem. It's not really an area like everybody knows Harlem, right? But how many times do you see Harlem's in film, like in locations, right? You watch horror movies, it's always up in the fucking woods. Like, come on, people from the projects, we don't know that life, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I bring some reality to my films, and every film that I write is a piece of me. Like the documentary about people with disabilities. I mean, I don't have a disability, but I was raised with people with disabilities. You know, I have a disabled sister, and you know, and I also know that disabled people are the underdogs in horror as well as like women of color. So it's like, you know, so it's something that educated me, and it's something like moving forward now I'm keeping an eye to be more inclusive with them as well. You know what I mean? But it's always trying to challenge myself as a filmmaker to try to become a better one, or you know. Trying.
I like the thing that you said about the city backdrop, you know what I'm saying, and doing like hood horror films. That was one of the things that I enjoyed about Vampire in Brooklyn.
Yes.
Because of that setup, like, you know what I'm saying. So I thought that was pretty dope. So
right.
Yeah.
And Candyman has the project. I forgot where's the project. I think it's Detroit. I'm not sure.
I think Chicago.
Really see that? Yeah. Oh, it's in Chicago. Okay.
I think so. Don't quote me on it. I think so.
Right.
I'm not sure.
That's right. But the fact that those films are so far and few in between, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really see our hoods being represented. You don't really see our peoples being represented, or actual representation. Giovanna, hi. Good morning.
Sure.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
Yes.
Nice. Oh my God, that's a throwback. Like, I know her since I was young. I'm like, oh, sweat. Look at that, Jose. Like, we got the same peeps.
That's Dave.
Yeah.
Whose wife?
Yeah, that's my girl.
Oh, that's your girl. Oh my God. And I've seen pictures of you. That's so funny. Because I'm like, you know, we're in this interview and I'm like, why does this guy look so familiar? And I was thinking,
when we were doing the radio before, he was with me doing all the events.
Right. Okay. So then I figured that it was something that we bumped into each other somewhere along the lines, but that's exactly where it was Giovanna. You're Giovanna's man too.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what's up.
Yes, ma'am.
I love you. God bless you. She came in for a bit and then she dipped out.
You imagine New Jack City horror?
Yes.
Can you imagine doing that?
That would be freaking. Well, you know what? It's funny that you mentioned that because this is kind of something like along those lines. It's kind of like the New Jack City horror film. I'm dead serious, yeah, because it has. See, I don't want to give it away, guys. I'm going.
That's good. That's gonna be yummy right there, man.
It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff, and whatchamacallit. So I'm really trying to push this film. I'm trying to get it on a streaming platform. I'm trying to get it into theaters, into actual movie theaters. So, like, that's the goal for next year. And I'm really grinding hard on this. I got so right now we got 5 days left on the campaign. So please donate, contribute, because I have to make that goal. And this is it's just a portion of what I'm trying to raise money on right now, because overall I need at least 50,000 to make the film.
Right.
So it's, you know, it ain't cheap, right? But But if we want to make it up there, we got to put in the work, right? So, you know, and I noticed by putting in this work, I noticed a lack of support. Like I know that a lot of people don't want to see me succeed, and I know it's because either they see me as competition or they just don't want to see Latinas in horror. You know, they don't feel like we got what it takes, right? But I'm here to prove motherfuckers wrong, like all the way.
Right.
They get a load of me, right? Like the Joker says.
Yeah. Best of luck with it. I think you will.
Thank you so much. And yeah, so I just want to last shout out if you guys the Horror Able Women documentary that I have, the short, right now is doing very well at the Film Fest circuit. It's going to be screening. If you guys are in, I don't know who watches or how far this is going, but if you're in Seattle or going to Seattle sometime this month, they're going to be screening my film at the Seattle Crypticon. So we got nominated so far by 3 film festivals. We're going to find out about 4 this month. And we're basically like in 30 film festivals right now. So
nice.
Yeah. So far, so good. Like we've been, getting selected, which is a good thing. So I had promised everybody that helped me out with that campaign that I would release the film. Most likely it's probably going to be in demand on Prime or on Hulu or something, but in December. But if you want to see the film beforehand, I offered a special perk today, only for 5 days till the campaign ends. You could grab the perk for, you could get a digital download of the movie or a DVD, and you'll get it 2 months before it's released online. So make sure you please. I need to raise I think about $3,000 left on this campaign. I got 5 days to do it, so I need my supporters.
So where is
so if you go to Indiegogo, it's Merciless Christmas. I think you guys also posted a link, right? So you could click the link, and so if you go on Indiegogo.com, type in the search bar Merciless space Christmas, and it'll look like Deadpool's hand, almost like it looks like a red hand. And then just click on that. If you want to purchase the movie, you'll be able to do that. It's only available these 5 days though. So I added that perk as well. But there's a bunch of shit. Like you could get your voice in the movie, you could name a character, you could get a killer shirt. I got some dope ass graphics for this film. So I'm really hyped. Oh, and I forgot to mention the film is being scored by Self. I don't know if you're aware of him, but he did What's My Name. He did the beats for DMX, What's My Name. He did beats for Jada. He went platinum with Fun's album, and this. So I'm really excited. And right now he's doing some big shit with Bugatti right now. So I'm thankful to have him a part of this project as well. I also have some other people that donated some music, like Marvin Maddox, Randy Arzu. They're also going to be working with so I'm going to be promoting people from our hoods too. So if you got music and you want to see if you could get it in the film, just send it to me. Email me on the campaign and just send it over.
No doubt.
Let everybody know if you want to do those things personally.
You're coming in and out, Jose.
Yes.
Dito, I'm sorry, because you're let everybody know.
Let everybody know where they get you if they want to actually personally get you.
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You can find me on Horror Tour Guide on Instagram, The Horror Tour Guide on Facebook, Women of Color in Horror on Facebook, and Women of Color in Horror 1 on Instagram. And that would be the best way to reach out to me. If you could find me, Cindy Sanabria on Facebook. But yeah, that's you could send me a DM there. Send me a DM on IG. Or you could go to my website and put an inquiry in the email. So I have Women of Color in Horror at .com and horrortourguide.com. So if you go there and if you sign up for like the newsletter, whatever, you could send a message and I'll get it directly to my inbox as well.
All right. Cindy.
Woo, thank you guys so much.
No doubt, no doubt.
We'll be back. A quick video. Come back and close out the show with Steve Cartier, the barber. Of course, we're going to close out with the owner of the barber shop, just so you can hear and see who's making all that noise right now. X-Tremitiez!
Woo!
Yes, sir.
My nigga, you don't want no beef. I feel good when I'm in the streets. Mama say that it's cold, boy, grab the heat. If they running at their mouth, shoot them at their feet. My nigga, you don't want no beef. I feel good when I'm in the streets. Mama say that it's cold, boy, grab the heat. If they running at their mouth, shoot them at their feet. I want all the smoke, I want all the coke. Want it all, I want all the dough. Bitch, go get some soap. Use a dirty hoe, use a dirty hoe. Young bull, young Mike, shoot like Curry though. Giving fiends the blues, serving 30s though. The trap like a nest, got the birdies though. Heard they coming for a nigga, I ain't worried though. If my man get 25, hit the jury though. New York nigga, tell by my walk. New York nigga, tell by my talk. If they get out of line, nigga, get the chalk. My niggas never run, lessons from the law. What's the black mask for? My nigga, you don't want no beef. I feel good when I'm in the streets. Mama say that it's cold, boy, grab the heat. If they running at their mouth, shoot them at their feet. My nigga, you don't want no, you don't want no. My nigga, you don't want no, you don't want no. My nigga, you don't want no beef. I feel good when I'm in the streets. Mama say that it's cold, boy, grab the heat. If they running at their mouth, shoot them at their feet. Never trust a hoe, never chase a bitch. Never. First you get the money, comes with the shit. My niggas lay you down, fucking with the chips. The tan light brown, you could call it Chris Brown. Your shit water whip, knock them down, dominoes, way I order hits. And Lulu to connect, Rich pour the shit. Nigga push my buttons, then I slaughter shit. New York nigga, tell by my walk. New York nigga, tell by my talk. If they get out of line, nigga, get the chalk. My niggas never run, lessons from the law.
All right, welcome back to the X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show. You already know, there you go, Steve Cartier. With the owner himself, let him know.
Christian Big Dog, the barber over here.
Yep, I don't gotta say nothing less.
Looking like a TikTok right now when I'm looking at the screen. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You want to come and get a good haircut? That's right, come to Montgomery and check out which barbershop?
Pure Skills Barbershop.
Nice.
That's what this guy does all day.
Let them know where they can reach you guys.
845-769-7444. Ask for Steve.
Like this all day, like weird like this. So don't mind it.
All right.
Yo, so let's find Chris, what inspired you to do this, to go shop and all that.
Probably just consistently just. I was like, I wanted things a certain way, so I decided. Like, then I wanted a spot where everybody could do what they want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want everybody. Not like I don't want to consider a boss. Like I don't own the like I own the shop, but I don't want to be considered a boss. Like I want to just be, just I'm just another barber here. But I just like things a certain way. They call me the towel man.
Right. Right.
Is it working with
Nah.
whole thing?
Oh man, it's great. It's great. I have no complaints whatsoever. It's the same. Like what you see is what you get. Just same energy every single day.
Yeah.
If anything, a little bit better. You know, I can't complain, man. Everything is in order. Things could be no problems between nobody. Everybody gets along well. You know what I'm saying? We don't eat together. We work right together. We do what we do. It's fun.
We all got nicknames for each other. You know, make it fun. You know?
That's what's up.
Well,
That's what's up.
Steve got a million for Steve.
He really does. Though.
Steve Wilkos. Steve
Wilkos.
I got a feel Christian Dinkle.
Yo, so before
I kind of missed the introduction of the interview because like my phone, I'm getting a lot of technical issues with my phone as well. But what made you want to get a shop? If you already spoke it, then you know. But what?
I have another answer. Basically, in another way, I just like it's working at so many shops, man. You just want your own at some point. But I wouldn't open a shop if I something like it. I would have still worked. It's just I couldn't find anywhere I could really go that I could do what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? So I would end up found someone else that I would have been here. I wouldn't even know. It wasn't my main, but I did it because looking like there was nothing else really I could do anywhere. It's always something anywhere I went. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna set something for myself, and yeah, there's more to come.
Okay.
A lot more. We just can't speak on it.
All right.
Yeah.
But one thing we could do, put him on the spot. Nothing goes on the show. Yeah.
Why?
Steve's always correcting me in my singing, so he should sing real
There
quick.
you go, guys.
Are you serious, bro?
Let's go.
That's what we're doing.
Holding up. You gotta bop your head one more time. Just bow, bow.
Oh shit!
All right, hit him
Come on, real quick. Hit him with a line. Woo! There you go.
hit him with a shy or something.
Yeah. Oh, Steve, you know you're nice, bro. Come on.
Oh, shot. Yeah, I can't deny that. And if I ever love again, I will be sure that the lady a friend. And if I ever fall,
Steve. That's what.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Franklin
Jose Rivera.
and Jamie Sanders. My buzz here, Steve Cartier and the Barber, and of course, Chris.
Christian Dinkle, baby.
You already know who it is. Here, Pure Skills Barbershop, doing the thing. Catch us every week. See you Friday, Davon, when we go on Pier 39 on that Latin cruise to let the world know how it goes next week. You already know.
Yes,
More today than I did yesterday. It wasn't a day wasted alive.
Live love, love life. Take care of each other, people.
You're my vitamin C, daily dose of you. Got my heart immune. And no one else but you. You're my vitamin C, a daily dose of you. Got my heart immune to no one else but you. No one else can compete. Your sweetness, my weakness. You can't sugar, what's